And welcome back to the dark side. So look, guys, for you folks who still want to hear more and more about COVID, you're not going to hear it from us. You're just, we're done with it. Today, we're going to the Wayback Machine to discuss Pavlovian learned helplessness and why it is so relevant today. And we're going to get into it right after this. This episode is proudly brought to you by Guy's Gun Shop. 10% off if you mention the podcast. And if you don't have a gun, you need a gun, call Guy. He's going to make sure that you get the right gun. And we are also affiliated with Time Bomb 2000, TB2K, for all the news you need to see but won't. Time Bomb 2000. You need to come over there and join us. It's very good debate. So, what is learned helplessness? Well, sir, it is a condition that occurs when people or animals, they feel helpless to avoid negative situations. Folks will not try to escape the conditions because they have been conditioned to believe that they can escape. For a simple example, death and taxes. Now, I know you've heard this before, but it is the false equivalency of those two that I think illustrates this point wonderfully for us in this video. Death and taxes. Two things that a person is helpless to avoid. Now, death is sort of a no-brainer. All right, we're all going to die. And even with that knowledge that you're going to die, people seem to be able to continue functioning. I mean, it's a long way off. Some remote island that we'll visit someday, but not today. I believe most people know that they're going to die eventually, and they don't give it much thought. So why are those two conditions, death and taxes, used together so much? They use the false equivalency to further enforce a learned condition. People know they're going to kick it, and they accept it. People know they will pay taxes, and they accept that as well. But that is just it's a gross logical fallacy. Look, if one earns no money, one will not pay taxes. If one earns their money through underground means or off the books, one will pay no taxes. If one makes no purchases through traditional means, one will pay no taxes on those purchases. Now, these are just off the top of my head, and I'm sure if you do a little bit of soul searching, I'm sure you could fill the list up nicely. There is no equivalency to death and taxes. There just isn't. One will happen, and one may happen, but can be avoided if you have the will to make it happen. Now, why am I babbling about this? I argue simply that we are creatures of learned habits and obviously susceptible to propaganda and psychological influence. I would further argue that the larger the group, the more susceptible to influence we are due to the added benefit of peer pressure and learned societal norms. Look, we're conditioned to believe a certain thing because we have been told from birth that a thing is what it is. Death and taxes. Can't avoid them. But we've also been conditioned from birth to believe that because a law is a law, it must be a just law, because we believe in the infallibility of government. Even when they come out and state that they are going to punish their enemies with laws. Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, and yes, you said exactly that. It's our turn. We won. Citizens will still follow what are clearly unjust laws because they are the government. They are right. Elected by the people, from the people, and for the people. And really, there's nothing you can do about it. Death and taxes. We still, for the life of me, I can't understand why, but we still believe in journalistic integrity because, hey, Walter Cronkite. I saw it on the news, so it must be true. So the government will pass a law or an edict or an executive order. The media will shore it up or attack it, depending on who did it. And we will all follow said law or edict or order because there's nothing we can do about it. If your local taxes are raised, regardless of why they were raised, you'll pay them because, hey, nothing you can do about it, right? Now, if you're accidentally shot by the feds in cold blood, Robert Lavoy Finicum, nothing you can do about it. If your compound is burned to the ground, along with you in it, for daring to say something like, oh, I don't know, leave us alone, Waco, nothing you can do about it. And if you happen to get caught in an 11-day siege where your children, your wife, your dog, and your friends are all killed by the feds in the first 2 days, Ruby Ridge, nothing you can do about it, right? Death and taxes. Now, like, I'm really hammering on this because I believe there's a lot more coming your way in the next few months that you can't do anything about either. And it's not coming, guys. It's here. But there's nothing you can do about it, right? Death and taxes. Roll over and let the government sort out what the government created. Now, I want to say this again just to make sure that I'm crystal clear on this. You're expected to roll over and let the government sort out what the government created. And what's coming is so damn much bigger than COVID. That was just a test of the propaganda / media arm / compliant population. And it worked great. All right, wear your mask. The conditions are ripe for it right now. Volatile, corrupt government, complicit media, happy to push whatever narrative is handed down to them by the Ministry of Truth. Massive private businesses with access to all of your data. A constant barrage of bad news and propaganda. And an election coming up in a few months that folks actually think matters. Two sides of the same demolition coin, and it really doesn't matter which side is up. You're gonna pay for their decisions. Look, if they're gonna call me a conspiracy theorist, then damn it, I will be one. But you know what? You know deep down, this is this isn't conspiracy, man. Nobody is coming in to save you, and it's time to nut up, or there won't be any time left. Not if you want to continue living as you've lived thus far. So we're going to be doing a series of these over the next few weeks. Please sub to the channel, and you get to see them first. You know we're right. And let's get ahead of this as much as we can. You have learned throughout your life that there is nothing you can do about it. But I think you know deep down that there is something you can do about it. And we need to talk. For myself, Tyler, Bell, and Cardinal, stay safe. Keep up your situational awareness. Keep the head on a swivel. If you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We have new videos coming out every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Our audio podcasts are available at thepodcast.com, all one word, as well as pretty much all of the major streaming services, including Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Deezer, Podcasts, Addict, Spotify, and more. Please give us a review if you like it or you hate it. And we will catch you next time.